People think that recovery means that you go and lie on the couch. It doesn't have to be that. It can just be changing things up, doing a different activity just for a little while, having some perspective. I know it's hard to do right now, like we can't go on a vacation for a week. But those like mini breaks can actually be incredibly useful. And I actually encourage my clients to set up a system where they have some light activity and they actually have the opportunity to get bored. Because actually just after boredom is your best ideas. And so like that's kind of where all that research around flow and creativity and peak performance comes into the picture, right? A flow experience is actually, the definition of a flow experience is a calm, focused state, right? Hence, like you can't be frantic. Being frantic is not going to get you into a flow state. But there's also such a thing as a clutch state. So that's kind of like when you're right at the end of your performance, say you're running a marathon and you've got like 5Ks to go, and you just push yourself really hard to get to that last finish, or you have a project deadline and you just need to get through it. You can use clutch performance then, and you can probably do very well, but clutch performance is not sustainable and it leaves you exhausted afterwards. Whereas flow performance, and this is based on the research with elite athletes, a flow performance state, afterwards you actually feel energized and you feel excited and you actually have some great ideas. So you do need to use both. We have to be realistic. It's a high pressure situation, but there are strategies you can use to utilize them in a strategic way. When I sit with a team and I talk to them about mindfulness and self-compassion, initially they roll their eyes. They're like, why do I need this stuff? I need to be able to do the work I'm doing. But what they don't know is that mindfulness, actually, the mindfulness state mimics the flow state. So you can actually practice mindfulness to be able to set the stage for flow. So, I mean, the research shows that there's no way to deliberately create flow experiences. You kind of have to set out all the foundational blocks and pieces, and then the flow state will come by itself. So mindfulness, which is present moment awareness, being non-judgmental of yourself, being really focused in the present moment, is actually a mental skill where you practice attention. And that's brilliant because you're learning, firstly, that you're not your thoughts. So you're learning not to just react to your experiences and be a little bit more proactive, which is always a great thing, I think, when you're managing high stress situations. And then the other part of it is that you're actually learning to concentrate. So mindfulness has been shown in research to reduce the mind's wandering tendencies. So they've done these brain scans where they've looked at people after just, I think it was like 8 days of meditating for 10 minutes a day, and their minds wandered less. So you actually have a more focused mind when you meditate. And of course, you have to keep it up though. It's not something that you can start for a couple of days and then think it's going to change things. It actually requires consistent practice.